And we are live for game number 2 here at McKie Field. Eastern Michigan coming inside of Oxford, Ohio to take on your Miami RedHawks. Last game they played last night here on Red Hawk Radio at McKie Field. And the RedHawks ultimately took the victory 13-3 and only took them 8 innings in that one. As the RedHawks get introduced out onto the field right now. We'll give you the starting lineup when we return. But first, we'll do the national anthem and give it to the PA announcer here at McKie Field. We'll be right back. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Miami baseball just about underway here in a rainy Oxford, Ohio on a Saturday evening. All right, we are back here for Miami baseball, just about underway for the first pitch. But first, we'll give you the starting lineups for both teams. First, for Eastern Michigan, it's T.J. Williams in the 1 hole, Nathan Borchardt, Ty Stecco, Devin Zerwas, Keegan Knupp, John Hale, Heidelberg, Weaver, and Jones to round out the lineup there. And for the RedHawks in center field, it's Marcus Dierks. In left field, it's Ryan Novak. First base, Evan Applewick. At right field, Tommy Harrison. Catcher, Carson Rather. Shortstop, Dom Krapinski. And the designated hitter, Keenan Proctor. In the 8-hole, third baseman, Ignacio Gonzalez. And at second base to round out the lineup, it's Diego Cruz for the RedHawks. Last night, these two teams met, and, well, the RedHawks dominated. And it started with the bat of Carson Rather, who was 4 for 5, 3 extra base hits. His first at bat, he grounded out in the second inning, but after that, it was a big, loud triple in the 4th that followed up by a big, loud double in the 6th, and then a double in the 7th, and then ultimately his single was the single RBI that was able to bat in Tommy Harrison and round out that game and clinch the victory here for game number 1. Now we meet for game number 2 here, and, well, on the mound for the RedHawks, it is Carson Novak, the freshman, and he's making his first start as a RedHawk, brother of Ryan Novak, of course. And on the other side, climbing the hill for the Eastern Michigan Monarchs, it's Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, 6.92 ERA, 3 appearances in 3 games started in 13 innings pitches. He's allowed 13 hits, 10 runs. And Cameron Novak, a 0 ERA with 3 appearances on the season, 6.1 innings played, 4 hits, 0 runs, and 1 walk in all of that. Here we go. Novak climbs the hill, and T.J. Williams will dig into the box. First pitch just about underway here in a rainy afternoon here in Oxford, Ohio. And the pitch is in. It's upstairs for ball number 1. Count 1-0 quickly. Cameron Novak, a star-studded freshman, committed around this time last year to the RedHawks and now making his first start. This one's popped straight up and backwards near us here in the crowd. Evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Novak, the right-handed pitcher, TJ Williams bats left-handed, batting .239 on the season. And yesterday, he hit a huge triple in the 7th. This one's popped straight up and backwards once again for strike number 2. Williams walked in the 1st yesterday, grounded out to the shortstop in Krupinski in the 3rd, and then a fielder's choice on the 5th to reach first base, and then a big triple to really get his day going, but it was ultimately too late in the 7th. His one hit on the day was a big, loud triple, and the strike is in there. A backwards K quickly for Cameron Novak, and the RedHawks in the 1st out is recorded.
After every strikeout by a Miami pitcher, Miami representatives will be tossing out a mini baseball to one lucky fan.
It's Novak's 7th strikeout on the season in just 6 innings played.
Now batting, first baseman, number 22.
Also plays in the field, Novak does. Pitch comes in. I'm going to say no on the strike there. Will be a ball. Nathan Borchardt, the batter, batting .318 on the season for the Monarchs. Yesterday was the designated hitter. Had a double, strikeout swinging, and a single, so a 2-hit day for Borchardt. Pitch comes in, outside and away for ball number 2. It is coming down hard here in Oxford, Ohio right now, but turf field, so they'll play on for now. Expected rain all day. We got that, and that's why we were in a bit of a delay. Ultimately, a 2.5-hour delay. First pitch comes in at 3:30, though. Rain's still coming down here, though. That pitch comes in for a strike, and the count gets to 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 out on the board. Novak with a backwards K in the first one. This one's pounded foul over towards Withrow Hall in the dormitory. Glided over left field. Straight foul. And that evens the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yesterday, such a picture-perfect day for opening day here at McKie Field today. Well, probably they call it the complete opposite. The rain has just pummeled down in there for a strike. A big swing and a miss from Nathan Borchardt. And all of a sudden, Cameron Novak, 2 quick strikeouts, facing 2 batters only. 2 outs recorded. A backwards K against TJ Williams and a strikeout swinging against Nathan Borchardt. Now Ty Stecco will dig into the box, batting .268 on the season. Yesterday, Stecco with 2 singles and a walk, and that one batted 2 for 3 as this one's pounded straight up into the air, into the outfield, going back all the way. Center fielder makes a catch at the back of the wall. Marcus Dirks records the final out of the inning. That one was hit straight up and all the way to the warning track, but Cameron Novak goes 1, 2, 3 with 2 strikeouts recorded in the top of the first, and we'll head to the bottom of the first here, still scoreless. RedHawks go 1, 2, 3. When we come back, it'll be Marcus Dirks leading the RedHawks off on the offensive end. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Miami Baseball here on the Red Hawk Radio Network. RedHawks go 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first, and now we will resume play here in the bottom of the first as Marcus Dirks will lead the RedHawks off here. He'll dig into the box. Dirks made the final out in the first inning, in the top of the first inning yesterday. 2 stolen bases in the game, as well as a huge triple and a hit by pitch as well. A 2-hit day for Marcus Dirks, looking to add more to that. Pfeiffer throws in the first pitch, and it is in for a strike. No contest there from Marcus Dirks. Pfeiffer, the right-handed pitcher, climbs in and throws it just outside. A good eye there from Dirks. We'll have some stoppage here. Looks like a pitch comm issue. It's interesting that these teams are even playing today. Ultimately, a lot of people, including myself, thought that they would just switch to a doubleheader tomorrow and maybe start that first game at around noon instead of a expected 1 o'clock first pitch. But we're going to try to get this game in on Saturday and stay of schedule. The new forecast was expected throughout the weekend. Yesterday ended up turning into a beautiful day, and it all transitioned into Saturday for rain. Pitch comes in, and Dirks hits it, and it goes straight backwards and into the parking lot. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Dirks takes a deep breath and digs back into the box. Pfeiffer climbs the hill again. Nods his head, gets situated. Here comes the pitch. This one's contact made, gets through! And it gets through the gap, and Marcus Dirks, the leadoff man, is on base for the RedHawks. A single for Marcus Dirks. Dirks does his job as he hits it right through the gap. No play being able to be made there by TJ Williams as he slided for the hard hit ball, but was not able to come up with it, and it got all the way to the outfield, and Dirks, a routine single for him. Now Ryan Novak will climb in to the box. Got a hit yesterday. Big swing and a miss there from him. Has started the season off a little bit slower than some expected, batting .209 on the short season so far, but yesterday a nice hit for him later on in the game. Pfeiffer looks back and throws it towards first base. Dirks able to get back safely and soundly. Yesterday, Novak struck out swinging in the first, grounded out in the third, grounded out in the fifth, and then a huge double in the seventh. And then he got walked in the eighth. Pfeiffer contests again at first. Dirks slides back safely. 0-1 the count. Pfeiffer dangles that right arm, looks off. First baseman now gets situated on the mound. The 0-1. Dirks goes, contested, and he is out at second, thrown out there at second base as he went to go steal. He had 2 stolen bases yesterday. Was not thrown out at all yesterday, but Eastern Michigan ready on that one, and they throw him out at second. A really good throw there by Weaver. Now there's no one on base for the RedHawks as Dirks gets caught stealing. We're still in the Ryan Novak at bat as that one's thrown in there for a ball just outside of the zone. 2-1 the count, 1 out now after Dirks was thrown out at second. 2-1 comes in, and it's in for a strike to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. First strike was coming off of a Novak big swing and a miss. That one, no contest there, just thrown right into the strike zone. Novak watched it sizzle by. Here comes the 2-2. Inside and low for ball number 3, and now we have ran into a full count. Novak has battled in this one, a competitive AB between Pfeiffer and Novak. Just a second at bat at the bottom of the first here. The 3-2. Swung on and just got a piece of that one as it is sent straight backwards and foul. And we'll do the 3-2 all over again. Miami faithful still showed up for a rainy day of baseball. Yesterday, a sold-out crowd here at McKie Field, and that one is upstairs for a ball number 4. And Ryan Novak will reach the base. Gets walked, and now the RedHawks have a runner once again.
First base, number 16, Evan Applewick.
Evan Applewick will dig into the box. One of the best hitters in Miami baseball history already. Still a large portion of his senior season remaining as well. Recorded his 65th home run last week, and in looking to add more to that, had 21 home runs in a season last year, tying the home run record, and well, he is surely on pace to enlarge that one this season, as he already has 7. First pitch is in there for a strike. Novak thought about going, but ends up getting back to first safely. The count's evened up at 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. Applewick climbs back into the box, puts his bat on the plate, and rests on his shoulder. Here comes the pitch from Pfeiffer, the 1-1. Away and outside for ball number 2. 2-1 the count now. Evan Applewick, the senior out of Madison, South Dakota, playing first base for the RedHawks last year, was so brilliant. That bat just explosive and such a vital part of that offense. That RedHawk team making it to regionals in Knoxville last year. A huge swing and a miss there from Applewick to even up the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. But Applewick was just a vital piece of that Miami offense last year that was so good. Returns this year as a redshirt senior, and high expectations for Applewick in this Miami baseball team, as they were picked first in the preseason poll for the MAC. That one inside almost hits his hands, just whizzes past his knuckles and runs the count full once again. Back-to-back at bats where we've seen a full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Can Applewick reach? Novak at first. Here comes a full count. And they call it a ball as this one gets thrown by second base. And Novak reaches all the way to third. They challenged if it was a ball or a strike to the second base umpire, the first base umpire, Justin Birch. He says safe, so Applewick gets walked, but they already tried to throw it down to second where Novak was. It skizzles by, and Novak advances to third. Now there's runners on both corners with only 1 out. Evan Applewick gets walked. Ryan Novak was walked. Now they're both still running. 1 on third, and Novak. Pitch comes in for a ball there. Tommy Harrison up to bat, batting .452 on the season yesterday in the lineup for the RedHawks. Had a huge double and then a sacrifice fly as well. So had a good offensive day for Tommy Harrison, but he has been brilliant so far in the season. Redshirt junior out of Cleveland, Ohio, as that one's in there for a strike to even up the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners on both corners, and Novak on third and Applewick on first. Only 1 out in this inning. Bottom of the first here, RedHawks threatening to score as Novak 90 feet from scoring. Here comes the 1-1 as that one's low. Rolls into the dirt and into the glove of Weaver behind the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Tommy Harrison takes a deep breath and climbs back into the box. Pfeiffer gets settled in. He takes a deep breath as well. Looking over his shoulder, here comes the 2-1. As this one's contact made by Harrison, and it gets through the gap. Tommy Harrison will make it all the way to second. Applewick rounds home. He's going to score a 2 RBI double for Tommy Harrison. Novak scores easily. Applewick rounds third and scores as well. And the RedHawks are on the board quickly with 2. 2 RBI double for Tommy Harrison in his first at bat of this one. It got right past Ty Stecco as he dove for it. Reached all the way to the back wall. Tommy Harrison had a standing double, 2 RBIs. The RedHawks on the board, 2-0. Now Carson Rather, who had a massive day yesterday, will dig into the box. 3 extra base hits, contact made. This one could stay fair. Gets down in the left corner all the way in no man's land. This is going to be extra bases and more. A standing double for Carson Rather. And an RBI as Tommy Harrison rounds home and scores. Carson Rather continues a successful day yesterday, and now his 4th extra base hit of the weekend. In just 9 innings of play, 4 extra base hits for Carson Rather already. What a weekend it's already been for him. 3-0 RedHawks lead. Carson Rather has just been phenomenal so far this weekend. He was batting .212 as we came into the weekend series here against Eastern Michigan, and he is batting like a 500 batter would. Don't have the exact number, but yesterday he was 4 for 5, and now today 1 for 1. So he's 5 for 6 on this weekend series with 4 extra base hits out of his 5 hits, and then the only non-extra base hit he had yesterday was the one to end the game and put the punctuation mark on that one as it scored Tommy Harrison. And then he scores Tommy Harrison again today in the first inning already. Huge double from him after a double from Tommy Harrison. What a start for the RedHawks. Dom Krupinski will be the guy in the box for the RedHawks now. Krupinski, a phenomenal fielder, playing shortstop this season. Last season played third base for this RedHawk team. Now he's taking on the shortstop duties as the meeting ends, and Krupinski will take in a strike there as he watches that one sizzle by. 0-1 the count. 1 out. RedHawks lead 3-0. Carson Rather in scoring position on second after a huge loud double. With the 0-1 downstairs for ball number 1. An impressive start so far for the RedHawks. Already 3 hits on the game and 5 batters. No strikeouts recorded yet for Pfeiffer, looking for his first though in this at bat. And then he hits Krupinski. Can't exactly tell where, but it's in the leg area somewhere. He's a little bit shaken up, but he's going to gingerly walk it off and walk to first base as he's hit by the pitch. Now 2 runners on for the RedHawks. Rather will stay put at second. Krupinski will gingerly walk to first as he's still a little bit shaken up, hunched over there on the first base bag right now. Walking it off, though, seems to be like he will be okay. And Keenan Proctor, the designated hitter, will dig into the box for the RedHawks. Still only 1 out, 2 runners on. Score 3-0. Cameron Novak, the starting pitcher today for the RedHawks, recorded 2 strikeouts in the first inning. He looked phenomenal. Pfeiffer struggling a bit here in the first. There's already 3 runs allowed. And a runner in scoring position right now with only 1 out. The designated hitter, Keenan Proctor, up. Batting 400 on the season. Here comes the first pitch, and it is in there for a strike. Keenan Proctor watches that one go by. A 90-mile-per-hour fastball there from Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer looks over his shoulder at first base, looks to second base now. Here comes the pitch. As that one hits Keenan Proctor right on his elbow guard, and now the bases are juiced. And Ignacio Gonzalez will dig into the box. And Gonzalez yesterday, the only home run for the RedHawks. So what a guy to have here with bases loaded in this situation. Score already 3-0, and the RedHawks are looking to add more to that as the bases are loaded now. After back-to-back hit by pitches. Keenan Proctor gets hit by the pitch after Dom Krupinski got hit by the pitch. Rather on third, Krupinski on second, Proctor on first, Gonzalez in the box as the first one's in there for a strike. Gonzalez hit a huge left field home run yesterday. That thing was a no-doubter off the bat. That one scoring one there and being Breidenbach. Breidenbach not in the lineup today as that one's low and away for a ball. 1-1 the count now. Gonzalez, the redshirt freshman, talked about so highly by Smiley and the staff. We saw exactly why so far in this season, and especially yesterday with that powerful home run, his first of the season. Pitch in and away from the right-hand batter in Ignacio Gonzalez. Now 2 balls and 1 strike. Can Gonzalez add to this lead? Bases loaded. 1 out. Bottom of the first still here at McKie Field. A rainy Saturday afternoon. Who comes to 2-1? Away there from Gonzalez, and Gonzalez now count facing 3 balls and 1 strike. What will Pfeiffer do in this sticky situation? Can he get out of it? Movement already happening in the bullpen as expected for Eastern Michigan. No arms ready quite yet. Gonzalez makes contact as this one hops all the way over. Fielder's choice. RBI, though, for Gonzalez. So he scores another run there. Carson Rather scores in. Keenan Proctor thrown out at second. And Krupinski gets all the way to third, and now we have runners on the corners once again. Gonzalez, a fielder's choice. RBI for him. Perfect execution by Gonzalez. Runners on both corners, and Krupinski and Gonzalez. And Diego Cruz, the 9-hole batter today, will dig into the box. Cruz takes in a first strike as he watches that one sizzle by. Cruz batting .375 on the season. Eastern Michigan picks up another out, but the RedHawks pick up a run there from the fielder's choice RBI for Gonzalez. Pfeiffer still in. Gonzalez goes on, and he will steal second base. No contest from Weaver in Eastern Michigan there. So now Gonzalez gets the stolen base and reaches second. Now 2 runners in scoring position for the RedHawks. 4-0 they lead right now, but still some damage that can be made. The 0-2 comes in. It's away for a ball. Now 1-2 the count. Cruz yesterday, a single and a double for him. Really good day, batted in that 9-hole yesterday as well. He swings on that one. It's a swing and a miss for a strikeout swinging. Pfeiffer picks up his first strikeout of the game, and it happens to be the final batter in that inning for the RedHawks. But they add 4 runs in the bottom of the first and now lead 4-0. We head into the top of the 6th. RedHawks lead 4-0. A huge offensive showing already from this RedHawk team early here. A long inning for the RedHawks, but Eastern Michigan finally gets off. When we head back, it'll be Devin Zerwas leading off for Eastern Michigan. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Cameron Novak looks to add more to a strikeout tally on the day. And play will resume here now at the top of the second. RedHawks leading 4-0 after a loud bottom of the first. Top of the first, very quick work from Cameron Novak as he will climb back onto the hill and deliver a strike there for the RedHawks. 0-1 the count here. Novak has looked phenomenal so far. Only faced 3 batters in the first. Now Devin Zerwas, the batter for Eastern Michigan. That one just away at the strike zone. Even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Zerwas batting 196 on the season yesterday. Struck out swinging in the first. Grounded out to the second baseman in the fourth. Another strikeout and then a fly out as well. No hit day for him yesterday as that one is gloved there. Amazing play made there by Cruz at second base as he backtracked all the way and was able to catch it just before it hit the turf. It'll be an F4 for the RedHawks to record the first out of the inning. Keegan Up now will step up into the box, the right-handed batter. Yesterday, Nup, a no-hit day as well for the Monarchs, looking to get his first hit of the weekend. So that one's sent over the Monarchs' dugout and foul for the first strike of the at-bat. Novak looking to go 1-2-3 again. Can he do so? Picturesque start for Novak's first ever Miami start. He relaxes his shoulders, and here comes the 0-1. That one upstairs for a ball, evening up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out on the board right now. So far, Miami 3 hits in this one. Eastern Michigan 0. Novak relaxes his shoulders, takes a deep breath, and here comes the 1-1. Contact slapped and made. Diving play in left field, not being able to be made there by Ryan Novak. And now Keegan Nupp will glide into second base, a standing double for him, and he's the first Monarch to reach all day in the first hit as well. Keegan Nupp gets his first hit of the weekend. So it was well hit in the left field. Novak tried to make a diving play on it, just missed it. And Nupp glided into second base. Now Eastern Michigan gets their first runner on and their first hit as well. And Keegan Nupp's in scoring position here for John Hale, who will dig into the box, batting 198 on the season. Hale yesterday, a no-hit day as well. Pitch from Novak comes in and it's low for a ball. Eastern Michigan maybe can find a spark here offensively now that they have a runner on base and in scoring position. Nupp does have some speed. Novak looks over his shoulder at second base, and here comes the pitch. Contact made, but it is chopped right into the dugout of the RedHawks. One ball and 1 strike, the count, 1 out. Eastern Michigan with a runner in scoring position and Nupp at second. Novak. The 1-1. It just drops before the plate for a ball. 2-1 now the count. Novak relaxes his arms and now gets back and situated. Stretches his leg, and here comes a 2-1. Contact made. This one's hit hard all the way to left field. And play is made there by Ryan Novak, and no one will advance as well. A good beat on that ball by Ryan Novak to read it perfectly. Just took a few steps back all the way to the warning track and caught that one. A routine play there made by Ryan Novak, and now 2 outs are on the board here in the top of the second. Nupp stays put at second as well. He looked to advance a third, but quickly made his way back to second. And now Heidelberg will face his first at-bat of the series here, as he did not play yesterday. The pitch comes in there for a strike. Heidelberg watches that one glide by him. Heidelberg, the designated hitter for today. It's his first at-bat of the season as well. Eastern Michigan just looking for something offensively after yesterday's whoa. That one fouled hard over the Eastern Michigan dugout and into the parking lot to the right of the dugout and behind him. 0-2 now, the count, 2 outs. Now Novak 1 strike away from getting the RedHawks out of the top of the second. Eastern Michigan does have a runner still in scoring position in Keegan Knupp. Heidelberg looking to get his first hit of the season and his first at-bat of the season. Novak looking for his 3rd strikeout of the game. Swing and a miss, a strikeout there from Cameron Novak. His 3rd strikeout of the game, and this one comes big as it gets him out at the top of the second. Still scoreless for Eastern Michigan. Miami will head into the bottom of the second, up 4-0, looking to add more to that. The leadoff man will be Marcus Dierks, just like he led off in the first for the RedHawks. Can the RedHawks add to more? Stick around and find out here. Thanks for listening to Miami Baseball on the Red Hawk Radio Network. We'll be right back. We'll resume play here in the bottom of the second as Marcus Dierks, the leadoff man for the RedHawks, just like he was in the first. A big single for Dierks, but it was ultimately caught stealing at second. That would be the first recorded out of that inning, and now he'll be back into the box here. Ball number 1 was sent in there. 1-0 the count. That one just outside of the zone as well for ball number 2. 2-0 the count quickly. Dierks gets ahead of the count. 1 for 1 on the day. 436 on the season. His 8 RBIs recorded as well as a leadoff guy. Pop straight up in the air. Foul. Recording the first strike of this at-bat. Weaver will meet with Pfeiffer. Interesting to see Pfeiffer really come back out. There was arms loosening up during the first inning. He will make his way back out. There's a left-handed pitcher. Can't see the number from where I am sitting right now, but he is warming up, getting loose for the Monarchs. But Pfeiffer still on the mound for the Monarchs as of right now. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. The meeting ends between Weaver and Pfeiffer, and everyone gets back to their respected areas. Here comes the 2-1. Just outside of the zone for a ball. It's now 3-1, the count. We're a ball away from Dierks getting on base once again. Here comes the 3-1. Contact made as this one's popped up towards left field. Zerwas trying to make a play on it. Does he make it? He does not get there. So it looked like it just got outside of Zerwas. We lost him from where we were standing, or where we're sitting in our location. Couldn't see from there, but not able to come up with the catch. And now Marcus Dirks will stay alive in the at-bat and will run full here, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dirks relaxes his shoulders, takes a deep breath, and digs back into the box. Pfeiffer nods his head towards Weaver, and they're in agreement. Here comes the full count pitch. Contact made there. It gets down. Finds the corner there, as it's going to be a base and more. A standing double there from Marcus Dirks, as he waves towards the Miami dugout, and the leadoff man is in scoring position after a huge double from Marcus Dirks. That one got over the head there of Keegan Nupp and bounced just in between Nupp and Zerwas and rolled all the way to the left field corner. Perfect location there. And a great piece of hitting, ultimately by Marcus Dirks. 2 for 2 on the day now. A single in the first and now a double in the second. And now Ryan Novak for his second at-bat of the ball game. That one downstairs for ball number 1. This piece of hitting that the RedHawks are putting on this weekend has been impressive. We sit here in the second with a runner in scoring position. 4-0 lead as contact's made. This one's dribbled right there towards Stecco. Stecco makes a play as it's a 4-3 put out. As Ryan Novak dribbled that one to Stecco, but he advances Dirks to third, and now he's 90 feet from scoring.
Number 16, Evan Applewick.
First time Eastern Michigan's infield's really seen any action so far in this one. Dirks all the way to third, though, like I said, 90 feet from scoring. And now Evan Applewick will climb into the box for the RedHawks. Was walked in the first. Strike sent in there as he watches that one go by. 0-1 the count with 1 out. Evan Applewick, phenomenal player. 14 RBIs already on the short season. Applewick flashes a good eye there as ball number 1 is in. Now the count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike here. Yesterday, a big day for Miami Athletics. As opening day happened, and the RedHawks were able to win here 13-3. Later that night, the hockey team played. They lost in their first playoff game, but they will play again tonight at Denver. And then the basketball team might have played the game of the year last night in Athens, Ohio for the second round of the Red Brick Rivalry. They completed a perfect season, 31-0, though, winning by 2 for the third consecutive time. They've won by 2 of their last 3 games in a row. It's been a phenomenal season for them as that one's dribbled there by Applewick and goes foul. That one hit the plate and bounced backwards towards us here. 2-2 now that count, but what a phenomenal season the RedHawks have had. They more than likely have clinched their way into March Madness already, but they're looking for a MAC tournament title the last year, coming up just short to Akron. Just outside there for Applewick. A lot of talk on social media about the RedHawks basketball team this season, and rightfully so, but still a lot of doubters in the world. So a MAC tournament title would definitely do a lot for them. Applewick hits that one, but it comes down and hits his leg and goes foul. Took that one like a champ, though, as he doesn't even wince in pain. Rewraps his glove. Takes a practice swing and digs back into the box. Full count right now, 3-2. Monarchs with 1 out on the board. Dirks 90 feet from scoring at third. Applewick looking to add to his 14 RBI season, make it 15. Contact made. This one will be an RBI for Evan Applewick. He's not able to get to first in time. So it's a 5-3 put out, but it's an RBI tallied for Evan Applewick, now 15 on the season. Novak was able to advance Dirks to third, and Applewick able to bat him in. And now the score 5-0. RedHawks put up 4 in the first and now have 1 up. No runners on for the RedHawks anymore. Tommy Harrison at the plate. Harrison with a huge double, 2 RBIs to get things going in the first. Can he add more to that? First pitch in for a ball. 2 outs for Eastern Michigan. But RedHawks have already made some damage here in the second. So runned in 1. That one away and upstairs for ball number 2. It was an impressive game yesterday by the RedHawks, and they seemingly have not let off the gas here today so far. That one just outside of the zone, looked like a strike from where we're sitting, but count has ran to 3 balls and no strikes as Harrison has quickly got ahead of the count. It's one thing Pfeiffer has struggled with so far in this one. He's just gotten behind on the count early. Feels like it's been an uphill climb for him since the start. He walks Tommy Harrison there. 4-pitch walk for Pfeiffer. That's Pfeiffer's 3rd walk of the game. As Apowick and Novak were walked in the 1st, and now Tommy Harrison walked here in the 2nd. And Carson Rather has been the loudest bat so far this weekend. Had a huge double earlier in the 1st. 3 extra base hits yesterday, 4 extra base hits on the weekend. Looking to add more to that as a strike sent in there for the 1st pitch of the at-bat. Rather 1 for 1 on the day, like I said, with an RBI double. 2 outs on the board, 0-1 the count. Runner on 1st and Harrison. The 0-1 comes in, and it's inside there for ball number 1 to even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Carson Rather, the catcher. Could be the series where his season really lifts off and takes off. Shows bunt there, but pulls back just in time. Ball number 2 is delivered in there. 2-1 now the count. But Rather was batting .212 when we came into this series this weekend, and yesterday it was phenomenal. He's 5 for 6 on the weekend so far. We have a lot more baseball to be played. Pfeiffer will step off the mound, take a breather, adjust his hat, dangles his right arm and climbs the hill again. Looks off Harrison at first, relaxes his shoulders, and here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss there from Carson Rather. A big chop made by Rather, and a strike is thrown in there by Pfeiffer. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pfeiffer dangles his arms, looks over to Harrison at first again. Here comes the pitch from Pfeiffer. And that one's outside and away. Running the count full once again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another challenge that Pfeiffer will face. 1 strike away from getting out of the inning, only allowing 1 run for Eastern Michigan after allowing 4 in the 1st. Can they do it? Here it comes. Fouled straight up and backwards and outside towards Withrow Hall. And we'll do the 3-2 all over again. Carson Rather, so far in the season, 10 RBIs. That one's low and away for a ball. And it's back-to-back walks there for Pfeiffer. And now we have a runner in scoring position in Harrison. And Rather at first. A dream start in this one for the RedHawks. A nightmare start for Pfeiffer in the Eastern Michigan. And they'll meet at the mound, and it's probably going to be the end of the day for Pfeiffer, and it will be. New pitcher coming in when we come back. We'll get that name for you when we return. Stick around, don't go anywhere. RedHawks lead 5-0 here in the bottom of the 2nd with 2 outs. Still trying to add more to that as they have a runner in scoring position and a runner on first. As Dom Krupinski, the shortstop, will enter the box when we return. Stick around, don't go anywhere. You're listening to Miami Baseball on the Red Hawk Radio Network. Gavin Stark back here for more Miami baseball here. Still in the bottom of the second. A new pitcher out there on the mound for Eastern Michigan. It is Henson, number 27, the left-handed pitcher who we saw warming up earlier in the first inning. So lots of time to warm up for him. Henson is 0.00 ERA so far on the season as the first pitch is in there for a ball. Krupinski fouls that one straight backwards towards the Withrow Hall, making the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Krupinski in the first was hit by pitch yesterday for Krupinski. He grounded out to the second baseman in the first and fourth inning, was walked in the sixth, hit by pitch in the seventh, and hit by pitch walked in the eighth as well, not hit by pitch. But Krupinski, a no-hit day there yesterday. That one's in there for strike number 2. That one gets away from Weaver, and both runners will advance. So both runners will move from first to second and second to third. Harrison all the way to third, 90 feet from scoring, and now Carson Rather in scoring position at second after a wild pitch there from Henson. Weaver unable to control the ball, so it squirted away from him. Now the count evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. Krupinski looking for his first hit of the weekend and could score some runners here for the RedHawks. Contact made as he slaps that one. Gets through the gap as well. Krupinski to first. It's a 2 RBI single for Krupinski. And now the lead is 7-0. RedHawks lead. A 3-run inning so far, and we're not done yet. A 4-run inning in the first.
Number 15.
Henson comes out here and gives up a hit, and it's a 2 RBI single in his first at-bat he faces. Still waiting to see if that'll be an error or a single. It looked like it would be a single. First pitch in there for a strike. Could be an E5. Still trying to figure out. We'll let you know. We're going to count it a hit, as expected. It's a 2 RBI single. As that one gets past Weaver once again and rolls to the backstop and all the way back to the mound there to Henson as he rolls it in. But Krupinski advances to second. Henson climbs back onto the hill. Krupinski now at second. He has a ton of speed as well. And Proctor still in the box. Swung on there. They call it a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to count 2 outs. Can Eastern Michigan get out of this inning? They've had 2 long damaging innings defensively so far. Trying to minimize the damage that's already been made. Can they do so here? A strike away from getting out of the inning for Henson in this Eastern Michigan defense. And it's in there for a swinging strike. A strikeout there for Henson to get them out of the inning. Keenan Proctor strikes out swinging, and we'll head into the top of the third, though. RedHawks lead 7-0 after a 3-run second, following that 4-run first. The bats are loud for the RedHawks. Eastern Michigan quiet. Can they get loud enough here in the top of the third? When we return, it's Weaver who will dig into the box for the RedHawks. Cameron Novak still the pitcher for the RedHawks. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Miami Baseball on the Red Hawk Radio Network. Nick Weaver, the leadoff man for Eastern Michigan. We start at the top of the third. Cameron Novak has been flawless in the first 2 innings, allowing no runs and only 1 hit. That hit coming from Keegan Up, a big double for him. But now it's Weaver batting 115 on the season so far. The pitch. In there for a strike. Count 0 balls and 1 strike here. Novak's first career start in college at all, and for the RedHawks as well. Novak's both out there for the RedHawks today. It's Ryan in left field, and then Cameron Novak, of course, on the bump. That one got away there for a ball. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Miami 5 hits in the game, Eastern Michigan 1. Novak takes a deep breath. Here comes the 1-1. In there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and now Novak a strike away from getting his 5th strikeout of the game. Excuse me, 4th strikeout of the game. Relaxes his shoulders. Here comes the 1-2. Just upstairs and grazes past the knuckles of Weaver. Weaver yesterday was behind the plate as well, like he is today. Yesterday batted in the 9-hole. He had a home run, the first home run of the ball game, and the only for Eastern Michigan. That one slapped and drooped over to Applewick, and Applewick makes the play there. So it just pops straight up to him, and he takes a right hop over and gets that one out of the sky. An F3 there recorded. And the first out is recorded as well in the top of the third. Now Jones will climb into the box, and Novak will climb back up on the hill. First pitch of the ABs in there for a strike. And that right there is where Novak has been phenomenal so far. It's first pitch strikes that has really just been a key part of his success so far in this one. We're still early in this ball game, but those first pitch strikes are going to go a long way, and they have already. His second one in there for a strike on Heidelberg, or on Jones, excuse me. Novak gets ahead of the count. 0-2. Nods his head to Rather. Deep breath in. Here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Cameron Novak records his 4th strikeout of the game, and we're only 3 innings in here. Second out recorded. Seen 2 batters in this inning. We'll head back to the top of the lineup, and TJ Williams, who struck out looking in the first. Novak's first strikeout of the game. TJ Williams shows bunt there, pulls back in time. That one's a ball, as it is away from the zone. Williams, the leadoff guy yesterday as well for Eastern Michigan. Had that triple, but other than that, had a quiet day for the most part. Shows bunt once again, but that one's in there for a strike. Evening up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Novak 2 strikes away from getting out of this inning, facing 1-2-3. Little work left to do so first. He looks at the back of his glove, settles in, and here comes the 1-1. In there for a strike. Count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes now with 2 outs on the board. Eastern Michigan still scoreless in this one. No runners on. Miami looking to get out of this inning quickly like the other 2. They're 1 strike away. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout there from Cameron Novak. What a start for him. 3 innings in, 5 strikeouts already for the star-studded freshman. His first career start in college. He's already got 5 strikeouts. We'll head into the bottom of the third. Score still 7-0 nothing here at McKie Field. Stick around, don't go anywhere. You're listening to Miami Baseball on the RedHawk Radio Network. Back here for the bottom of the third. Inside this one, RedHawks leading 7-0. If you were just now joining the RedHawks, a phenomenal start offensively and defensively. Defensively being led by the freshman Cameron Novak, who is the younger brother of Ryan Novak, the Novak brothers. A huge story for this team here. And now Ignacio Gonzalez will climb into the box for the RedHawks. A huge swing and a miss there. The book is officially closed on Pfeiffer. Hinson still out there for Eastern Michigan right now. Delivers the first pitch in for a strike. 0-1 the count on Gonzalez. Big swing and a miss again there from Gonzalez. Two aggressive swings. The count gets to 0 balls and 2 strikes. Hinson gets ahead of the count. Gonzalez, a fielder's choice RBI in the first. A huge chop and a swing and a miss. Once again, a 3-pitch strikeout there from Hinson. His first of the game, or second of the game. Back-to-back strikeout swingings. Struck out Keenan Proctor to get out of the last inning and starts the inning against Ignacio Gonzalez, striking him out. Now Diego Cruz into the box. He struck out swinging in the first. No runners on. Here comes the pitch. The left-handed pitcher and Hinson. He gets it in there for a strike. It seems like Hinson's starting to find his groove in this one as he's facing now his third batter of the game. To 0-1. Just low for a ball, evening up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Rain has stopped for now. Hopefully that was the last of it today, but there is still some wind in the air. This one, contact made, fouled straight backwards and out. Tallying up the second strike of the at-bat now, making the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the third here. Eastern Michigan 0 runs, Miami 7. And he reaches out for that one, and it's a swing and a miss. Strikeout there. As Cruz gets a little confused. He's now struck out in both his at-bats swinging. Marcus Dirks, the leadoff guy for the RedHawks today, will get into the box for the RedHawks. 2 outs already on the board for Eastern Michigan. The pitch comes in, and it's outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Hinson shakes off from Weaver the first inning, and then shakes his head yes on the second. The pitch is inside, but swung on there by Dirks. Contact made. It's going to go foul over the Miami dugout. 1 ball and 1 strike here. That one outside and away for ball number 2. Two on the count. 2 outs on the board. Third batter of the inning. fourth batter, Henson, will face that one low and away for ball number 3. Seemingly the same exact pitch as the prior pitch. The 3-1. Away and outside again there for ball number 4. And now Dirks will get on base. A single in the first, a double in the second, and now a base on balls in the third. Dirks generating so much offense for this Red Hawk team. Ryan Novak, the left fielder, will climb into the box. His brother, a huge story so far in this one. Novak looking to be a huge part as well offensively here. That one in there for a strike, painting the corner of the plate. We talked about it on the stream yesterday. Novak got that hit in the 7th. Big double. How much will that do for his confidence moving forward? Today's the day we figure that out. He was walked in the first, grounded out in the second. That one low for ball number 1. It's 1-1 the count. 2 outs on the board. Runner on first and Dirks. Henson looks off Dirks at first. A swing in there. It's a swing and a miss from Novak for strike number 2. But they're not going to call it a strike, actually. 2-1 the count. Huge swing and a miss there to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Novak fighting here. Can he stay alive and keep the inning alive for the RedHawks? Or will we head into the 4th here? The 2-2 here coming in moments. Novak puts his bat on home plate, picks it up, rests it on his shoulder. Now wiggling that bat. Here comes a 2-2 from Henson. Runner goes from first. Dirks gets to second, and he is safe. A stolen base there from Marcus Dirks. He had 2 yesterday, was thrown out in the first, but this time successful stealing second. And now his first stolen base of the game. Now, runner in scoring position. Full count. 3-2 with 2 outs. Big swing and a miss to close the inning. Ryan Novak strikes out swinging. And we get out of the inning here with the score still 7-0. The first scoreless inning for the RedHawks. We'll head to the top of the 4th here on Red Hawk Radio Network. When we come back, it's Nathan Borchardt leading off for Eastern Michigan. Cameron Novak still on the bump here. Can he remain phenomenal? Stick around and find out. You're listening to Miami Baseball on the Red Hawk Radio Network. Nathan Borchardt, the batter for Eastern Michigan, to lead off the inning for them. Here on the top of the 4th, score 7, Miami 0, Eastern Michigan. Cameron Novak's been phenomenally struck out the last 2 batters he's faced. Now basing Nathan Borchardt. This one's chopped foul towards the Eastern Michigan dugout as it rolls right in there. 0-1 the count. It's been first pitch strikes for Novak so far that has been the success reason. Plays at a great pace as well on the mound. Looks at his wrist. Now gets situated on the mound. Here comes the 0-1. So this one's popped straight up in the air. No play going to be able to be made on this one as it hits right towards the concession stand. Luckily, no one hit there. Super close to hitting a group of people that were in line at the concessions. Luckily, like I said, no one hit. The count 0-2 for Novak and the Red Hawk defense. Novak gets situated on the mound, and here comes the 0-2. Can he get another strikeout? He's got 5. That one in there! A strikeout looking, a backwards K for Cameron Novak. It's now his 5th of the game. What a showing from Cameron Novak. 5 strikeouts in this one. And we're only 4 innings in. 3 1/3. Ty Stecco, the batter for Eastern Michigan, as the first pitch is in there for a strike. A beautiful looking pitch by Cameron Novak. Gets ahead of the count once again, 0-1. With 1 out on the board. The 0-1 comes in, pops straight up in the air. Applewick trying to make a run at it, as well as Tommy Harrison. No one able to make it, though. That one lands past the bullpen for Eastern Michigan and foul. Tallies up the second strike of the at-bat, though. 0-2 the count. Doesn't seem like it's Novak's first start of his career, but it is. Working so well so far in this one. Takes a deep breath, and here comes the 0-2 inside. Almost hits Ty Stecco there. Whizzes past his shoulder for the first ball of the AB. Novak steps off the mound and climbs back up. Comes the 1-2. This one slapped to center field. Plague being able to make on it. It's a sliding catch there. A diving play from Marcus Dirks to make the out there. Unbelievable effort. What a play by the center fielder, and what a beat on that ball that he got. Dirks was in a weird position to even make that play, but he shows off his speed and athletic ability and dives for that one, makes the play, and records the second out of the inning. Now 1 out remaining in this top of the 4th. Contact made as this one's hit hard. Backtracking all the way to the wall. Novak all the way back there. This one's gone. Devin Zerwas, a home run, a single run bomb. All the way over the head of Ryan Novak in left field. What a hit there by Devin Zerwas, a 2-out home run to get Eastern Michigan on the board. That was hit really well. A no-doubter off the bat. I mean, just flew over the head of Tommy Harrison. Excuse me, Ryan Novak in left field. Get back into some play here as Novak delivers in a strike there for strike number 1. Seemingly unfazed on the mound right now from that home run. In there for a strike number 2 as it was contested to the third base umpire, John Sapphire, and he says yes, a strike it is. Count now 0-2. Novak, the 0-2, chopped, rolls foul. Gonzalez gloved it, but gloved it foul. And now we'll do the 0-2 all over again. A much different day weather-wise, but a similar day when it comes to Redhawks dominating so far in this one. The 0-2 upstairs for ball number 1. Yesterday, the Redhawks were able to pull away 13-3 victory, showcasing their offense and defense. Great performance by the 2 pitchers for the Redhawks. Yesterday, Sohosky and Alex Gay, the reliever, came in and pitched 3 innings to close out the game and also record the save. Sohosky records the win. This one hit super hard all the way to the warning track, and Dirk's able to make a play on it. All the way to the warning track, Dirk's able to record his second out of the inning and get the Redhawks off the field here. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Score now, 7-1 Redhawks lead. Stick around, don't go anywhere. When we come back, it's Evan Applewick up to the plate for the Redhawks here. Can they add more to the lead? Stick around, find out. You're listening to Miami Baseball on the Red Hawk Radio Network. Henson still in the bump for Eastern Michigan as we head into the bottom of the 4th here. Evan Applewick, the batter for the Redhawks. So far in this one, walked in the 1st and grounded out to 3rd base in the 2nd, but recorded an RBI in doing so. 1 RBI on the game, 0 for 1 at the plate. Can get his first hit of the game here. Here comes a pitch from Henson's low and inside for ball number 1. A little over an hour into play here at McKie Field. The 1-0 stays upstairs for ball number 2. It looks like Henson just kind of lost that one. Tried to throw the curve and just stayed upstairs. 2-0 the count as Applewood gets ahead of it quickly. That one in there for a strike, the first of the AB. 2-1 now the count as Applewick watches that one go by. That one low for ball number 3. Now the count 3 balls and 1 strike. Applewick already walked once in this game. Comes 3-1 low for ball number 4. A 5-pitch walk there. The leadoff guy in Applewick on base for the Redhawks. Tommy Harrison will dig into the box after the walk there for Evan Applewick. Harrison a double in the 1st, scored 2, walked in the 2nd. That one sent in there for a strike looking. 0-1 the count. 1 for 1 on the day is Tommy Harrison. Looking to go 2 for 2 here, can he? That one gets away. Applewick goes to 2nd. He is there as the throw's off. Slides into 2nd, but it wouldn't have mattered. He would have been safe either way. That throw was a little off towards the left unable to glove it there was Williams. And now a runner in second scoring position for the RedHawks, and that's Applewick. Big swing there from Harrison and a miss for strike number 2. No outs so far in the bottom of the 4th here. The second batter of the inning in Harrison, runner in scoring position in Applewick. Applewick takes his lead off. Hinton looks back at him. Here comes the 1-2. Contact made as that one's lined straight over the dugout of the RedHawks and foul. 1-2 the count. Do it again. Hinton looks off second base, throws it in as that one's high and gets past Weaver, and Applewick will walk to third base. That one upstairs, and Weaver lost it off the top of his glove. And now they're going to meet on the mound as Weaver hands the ball back to Henson. They'll talk on the mound, Henson and Weaver. Just going over some things and settling back down. No arms warming up for Eastern Michigan as of right now. Henson had a good third inning as well. Walked his first batter. And now that first batter, Evan Applewick, has made it all the way to third. Stole second. A pass ball to get to third. Tommy Harrison still at the plate. Counts squared up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, no outs. Here's the pitch. Contact just barely made to stay alive in the count. We'll do the 2-2 all over again. Carson Rather on deck for the RedHawks. He's been the best batter this weekend so far, and it's not been close. Pitch in as it's slapped there by Harrison. He'll get the RBI, a double clutch throw by there. He's safe as well at first. Williams double clutch the throw. And Harrison made it all the way to first, excuse me. After Applewick scores.
Number 14, Carson Rather.
Tommy Harrison had the double in the first that scored. Right there gets the hit to score Applewick. A bunt's laid there by Carson Rather. Is he going to be safe? He's not. They'll record the first out of this inning, but Harrison will make it to second. They will call that an error, by the way, from Tommy Harrison, as expected.
Number 10, Dominic.
An E6 on that one. But it will be an RBI still for Harrison. Pitch comes in there. Dom Krupinski up to bat right now. He's hit by pitch in the first and then a single in the second. Now here in the 4th, can he get another hit? 1 for 1 on the day so far. That one low and away for ball number 2. And he gets out of that count quickly. 2 balls to no strikes. Henson relaxes and gets ready for the 2-0. Here comes the 2-0. Away and outside for ball number 3, and it's quickly 3 balls to no strikes here. Krupinski hit by pitch in the first, already reaching base twice in this one with a single in the second. Can he reach base a 3rd time? And 3 appearances at the plate. That one in there for a strike. No contest made by Krupinski, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Krupinski on the day, 2 RBIs and a hit already on the season, 12 RBIs. Already. This one popped straight up into the air all the way to the outfield. Play being made on it by Hale. It's an F8 recorded. Harrison will stay at second, and that'll be the 2nd out of the inning. Harrison remains at second, so runner still in scoring position for the RedHawks. 2 outs, though, now, and Keenan Proctor, the designated hitter, will dig into the box, batting .400 on the season, was hit by pitch in the first and struck out swinging in his last at-bat in the second. The fifth batter of this inning. He shows bunt, pulls back in time, as that one's outside of the zone for ball number 1. Henson looks off at second. Here comes the 1-0, as that's in there for a strike. Once again, Proctor showing bunt. That one a strike this time. 1-1 the count. 2 outs on the board. Score right now 8-1. The swing is contact's made. It's sent backwards for strike number 2. Proctor just getting a tip of that one. Proctor settles back into the box, wiggling his bat on his shoulder. Henson looks off, runner at Harrison at second. Here comes the 1-2. Low and outside for ball number 2 to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs on the board. Miami 6 hits on the day so far. Eastern Michigan 2. Score 8-1. A 10-run win yesterday for the RedHawks. The 2-2. Pops straight up in the air. Third baseman and Keegan Nupp looking to make a play on it. He gets waved off there by Williams, and Williams gloves it for the final out of the inning. So we'll head into the top of the 5th as a score. RedHawks 8, Eastern Michigan 1. When we return, Cameron Novak will climb the hill for his 5th inning of work here. Stick around, don't go anywhere. You're listening to Miami Baseball on the Red Hawk Radio Network. We'll resume here. So now it's the top of the 5th of this ball game. RedHawks leading 8-1. Gavin Stark here, giving you all of the coverage here for this game here. Game 2 of the opening max series for both of these teams on the season. RedHawks right now 9-4 on the year as they picked up a 13-3 run rule victory yesterday. Eastern Michigan 4-10 on the season. Cameron Novak, the pitcher, still for the RedHawks. He's been phenomenal today. Delivers in the strike there, 0-1 the count. First pitch strikes that Cameron Novak has threatened all game. That contact is made, stays fair, but it's gloved by Gonzalez. Gonzalez bounces it. Is he out? He's out! What a scoop there from Evan Applewick. That one was a little low there by Gonzalez, but he made the play. And it's a 5-3 put out for the first out of the 5th inning.
Number 23, Demir Heidelberg.
John Hale's put out. Now Heidelberg climbs into the box for a second AB of the game. Struck out swinging in the second. That one just inside and low, free ball. One 0 the count here against Heidelberg. Top of the 5th here. 1 out. Novak shakes his head, agrees with Rafer, and here comes the 1-0. Contact made as it's slapped by Wraith. By Heidelberg, hops right in front of Novak. He does not make a play on it, and he will reach base for a single for Heidelberg. First hit of the inning, and also just the third hit of this ball game for Eastern Michigan. Now, runner on first in Heidelberg. Weaver up to the plate. Nick Weaver yesterday with the home run and a single, 2 for 2 on the game. Really good game there from Nick Weaver yesterday as that one's delivered in for a strike. No contest made by Weaver as he watches that one sizzle by. 0-1 the count. Heidelberg at first. Contact made there by Nick Weaver, but just got a piece of it and it dribbles into the Miami dugout. 0-2 the count. Weaver will dig back into the box after adjusting his helmet and gloves. Novak back on the mound. 0-2 the count. A strike away from recording his 6th strikeout of the game. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight backwards. So Weaver stays alive in the AB. Still 0-2. We'll do it over again here. Weaver adjusts his grip, takes a practice swing, and now dribbles his bat on the base and gets back in. Novak looks to first at Heidelberg and Applewick. Gets situated on the mound, and here comes the 0-2. That slapped foul. It was roped there by Nick Weaver, but roped foul. And we'll do the 0-2 for the 3rd consecutive time. A competitive AB by Nick Weaver. He got behind 0-2. Still surviving in this AB. The 0-2 for the 3rd consecutive time here. The pitch. Pop straight up in the air. Tommy Harrison looking to make a read on it. He will catch it and glove it for the 2nd out of this one. It's an F9 there recorded. Heidelberg will remain at first after the pop fly to right field there by Nick Weaver. Now it's Jones who will dig into the box, but not before they meet with the 3rd base coach and Jones. Giving a little bit of insight. 2 outs on the board right now. We'll resume play here as Jones will dig into the box. Novak looks off first base. Throws to first base. Heidelberg able to make it back in time. First time we've seen any contest at first this game. The 0-0. In there for a ball. Looked like it was going to be a strike from here. 1-0 the count, though. Two outs on the board here. RedHawks have faced their 4th batter now in Jones. That one low and away for ball number 2. As now Jones gets ahead of the count 2-0. And now Scully, the pitching coach, will walk onto the mound. There's a Red Hawk getting warm in the bullpen, but not expected to be Novak's end of his day quite yet. Scully, Rather, and Novak will talk on the bump. been a game dominated by pitching for Miami so far. It's transitioned into offense as well for the RedHawks, as Novak only allowing run, that coming from a single home run. In total, only 3 hits in this one. Carson Rather yesterday with 3 extra base hits, 4 for 5 on the day. Today has a double and a walk. Grounded out to third as well. The meeting will end between the pitching coach of Scully, Rather, the catcher, and Novak, the pitcher, and play will resume. The right-hander still on the bump for the RedHawks. 2 outs on the board, 2-0 the count. First time Novak's really faced any adversity at all in this one. Pitch in there for a strike. First pitch post-meeting is a beautiful-looking pitch called strike. 2-1 the count. Two-one hit the turf and bounces into the glove of Rather. And now the count has ran to 3 balls and 1 strike. No one's been walked yet by Novak. This one pops straight into center field. A play is not being able to be made on it as it hits the back wall. A beautiful hit by Jones. And now Heidelberg rounds third and scores a standing RBI double for Jones. What an AB. Heidelberg scores from first. And now the score 8-2. Keegan Up, the batter for Eastern Michigan now. Now Scully will go back onto the mound. And it looks like this will be the end of Cameron Novak's day. Gave up 4 hits on the day. Final one resulting in a run. He gave up a home run, but a phenomenal first start of his career by Cameron Novak, as he'll get a standing ovation by this entire Red Hawk crowd and teammates. So a new pitcher will step up onto the mound, and it's going to be Carson Byers when we return. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Miami Baseball here on the Red Hawk Radio Network. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Back here for the bottom of the 5th. Excuse me, the top of the 5th. And Carson Byers is the new pitcher, left-hander, out of Manhattan, Michigan. Senior last year was phenomenal for His pitching staff returns this year. Has a unorthodox little cradle that he does with the ball. As a runner goes, and Jones, he steals third. Foot almost went off the bag, and Gonzalez almost tagged him, but got back in time. Throw was a little bit off there by Rather as well, but Jones got a big jump on that one. Was going to be safe no matter what throw was made. Steals third. Now runner is 90 feet from scoring for Eastern Michigan. Byers does the cradle, sends it in there for a ball now. 1-1 the count. Byers, talked about him a few times last season. Well, by a few, I mean a lot. Guy like has a rubber arm, will pitch multiple times in one weekend if need be. That one's grounded to first base. Applewick able to glove it, and Byers runs to first and gets him out at third to get them out of the inning. No more damage made after the one run scored by Eastern Michigan off of the double from Jones. And now we'll head into the bottom of the fifth. The score now, 8 RedHawks, 2 Eastern Michigan here. Stick around, don't go anywhere. You're listening to Miami Baseball on the Red Hawk Radio Network. When we come back, it's Ignacio Gonzalez leading off for the RedHawks. Ignacio Gonzalez, the leadoff guy in the bottom of the fifth here for the RedHawks. Fielder's choice in the first and struck out swinging in his last AB in the third. First pitch is in there for a ball. Comes the 1-0. That one's grounded towards the third base gap. Gonzalez showing off his speed, but not able to get there in time, as it's a 6-3 recorded there. Williams, the Borchardt, recording the first out of the inning. Now Diego Cruz will dig into the box for the RedHawks. Cruz struck out his first two at-bats swinging. What will he do here for the RedHawks? Looking to grab his first hit of the game. Comes a pitch. Throws bunt. That one's in there for a strike. 0-1 the count with one out. And on deck is Marcus Dirks. 2 for 2 on the day. The pitch. in there for a strike. Rutherford, the new pitcher on the mound for Eastern Michigan. Forgot to mention, Hinson was been pulled for the rest of the game. His day is over. Rutherford's day starting. This one popped up into the air and will go foul. No one able to catch that one. Bounces off the bench. No one is hit, luckily. After hit a bleacher. So Rutherford in his first at-bat that he faces records an out. And then this one threatening with 2 strikes already. The count 1-2 on Diego Cruz. Here comes the 1-2. Outside and away to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Offense has slowed down for the RedHawks a tad bit. Those first 2 innings scoring 7. Since then, only scoring 1. That run coming in the last inning, 4th. They were scoreless in the 3rd. Looking to add another run in this inning. Cruz chops this one down the first base line, running it out. Will be out. It's a 3 unassisted there by Borchardt. And we'll go back to the top of the lineup now for Marcus Dirks. It'll be his 4th at-bat of the game. And he's looking for his 3rd hit. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Was walked in his last at-bat and then stole second base. Dirks batting .436 on the season. Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike. Beautiful looking pitch by Rutherford. Yesterday, Eastern Michigan flashed 5 batters. The RedHawks only needed to use 2. Huge benefit as you head into a weekend series. This one's sent towards left field, heading foul. But Zerwas was able to make the grab and record the final out of this inning. So we're going to head to the top of the 6th as Eastern Michigan goes 1, 2, 3 in that inning. And Rutherford's first inning of work here. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Carson Byers will head back onto the mound for the RedHawks, and the leadoff guy for Eastern Michigan will be TJ Williams here in the top of the 6th. Stick around, don't go anywhere. You're listening to Miami Baseball on the Red Hawk Radio Network. Nathan Borchardt, the leadoff guy, here to start off the 6th inning, rather. All over the place right now. But Byers still in on the mound for the RedHawks. That one flies to the backstop. Doesn't even touch the glove of Rather. (1-0) the count. This one chopped to the second baseman. He's attacking this one, and he's safe, though, at first. It's an infield single for Borchardt. Krupinski was running after that one, but was too far back and was not able to get there in time and make the throw. The throw was made, but too late as Borchardt had already crossed first base. So it's an infield single leadoff hit for Nathan Borchardt. First pitch in there for a strike by Byers. It would have been an unbelievable play if Krupinski would have been able to make that one. This contact made, sent foul down the third base line by Ty Stecco. 0-2 the count now. Carson Byers gets ahead of it quickly. Leadoff guy on first for Eastern Michigan. If you're just now joining us, welcome in as Miami leads 8-2 right now over Eastern Michigan. Started the game off 7-0. Now Eastern Michigan has found a little bit of a groove and climbed their way back into this one, getting a run back from Miami. Yesterday, Miami won 13-3 and ended it in 8. They want to do the same here today, but at the end of the day, all you need is a victory to win the series. They'll play again tomorrow at an estimated 1 o'clock first pitch. That pitch is in for a ball, evening up the count at 2 balls to 2 strikes. Byers on the mound right now, the relieving left-handed pitcher, senior out of Michigan. Ty Stecco is the batter for Eastern Michigan. He's flowing out to center field in both of his at-bats. This one's dribbled foul towards the Miami dugout. And we'll do the 2-2 all over again. Rain has stopped completely for the last few innings. Weather has dropped as well. When we started this game, it was about 67 degrees outside now, sitting at 63. This one's popped up into the air towards center field, towards the warning track, going back, all the way to the back wall. Marcus Dirks makes the play on that one, and Ty Stecco has flown out to center field in all 3 of his ABs. And that'll be the first out of the top of the 6th here as well. Now, Devin Zerwas, last time he was up to bat, hit a big, loud home run. And can he do so again here and help get Eastern Michigan closer in this one? One out here, one runner on first as they throw to first. Carson Byers does. The runner on first being Nathan Borchardt after the infield single. Carson Byers cradles it, looks to first, takes a deep breath, and here comes a left-handed pitch. Is inside, free ball. 1-0 the count. Byers shakes his head to Rather. Now Agree, cradles it, and here comes a left-hand pitch. It's chopped to second base, double play ball looking. Will it be made? No, it will not. He's out at second after the tag up. Was forced out at second by Krupinski, and then Krupinski kind of missed through the throw to first. I don't think it would have been there in time anyways. It's a little too high. Got Applewick off the bag. It'll be an out at second, keeping the runner out of scoring position and getting their second out, but a fielder's choice for Devin Zerwas, and he'll reach.
Number 8, Keegan Nupp.
Keegan Nupp will dig into the box now for Eastern Michigan. Nupp, the third baseman for Eastern Michigan today, as that one's in there for a strike by Byers, a first pitch strike by him. up a double in the second, flew out to center field in the fourth. His third at bat now here in the ball game. The 0-1. Contact made, chopped up, and flew up into center field, and it will be gloved there by Marcus Dirks. And the RedHawks will get out of the inning. We'll head into the bottom of the sixth. The score remains 8-2. When we return here on the RedHawk Radio Network, it will be the leadoff guy, Marcus Dirks, who just made that final out up to plate. Excuse me, that would be Ryan Novak up to plate when we return. Stick around, don't go anywhere. You're listening to Miami Baseball on the RedHawk Radio Network.
Ryan Novak.
Back here for more Miami baseball here in the bottom of the sixth. Ryan Novak, the leadoff guy for the RedHawks. The left fielder, his brother started out the game for the RedHawks on the bump. A good showing by him. Pitched 4 2/3 of an inning before being relieved by Carson Byers. The first pitch by Rutherford is swung on and missed there by Novak, making the count 0-1. 84-mile-per-hour fastball. Rutherford on the 0-1. Low and outside for ball number 1 to even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Rutherford climbs back up the hill, takes a deep breath. Here comes. Contact shot up into the air. Fly ball towards the short infield, and a play is made by the shortstop in Williams for the first out. They fly out to the shortstop, recording an F6 on Ryan Novak. So wind picks up here at McKie Field.
Number 16, Evan Applewick.
And now it's the loud, booming Evan Applewick climbing into the box, looking for his first home run on the weekend. Seems to hit a lot of them. As you may know, 7 home runs already on the season. Had the single season home run record last year. Tied it. First one in there for a strike by Rutherford. Called strike. No swing made by Evan Applewick. Rutherford, the 0-1. Low, downstairs for ball number 1. 1-1 the count. 1 out, no runners on. Leadoff guy and Ryan Novak flew out to the shortstop. 1-1. Pop straight up into the air. This one's going to stay inside of the ballpark and will be dropped there. And it's fair. The wind drug it back in fair. And the first baseman in Borchardt was not able to glove it as it squeaked past his glove. And now Applewick will reach to first off of the E3. Take it how it comes. If you're a a Red Hawk. Getting on base is all that matters. E3 recorded there. Applewick now on first. Rutherford looks him off at first and gets settled in as Tommy Harrison's in the box. He steps off of the mound and fakes the throw towards first. And now Harrison will step out of the box and take a break. Takes a few practice swings. Looks like there might be a pitch issue, technical issue with the helmet of Weaver, the catcher. It's getting fixed right now as Harrison's still outside of the box waiting on this situation to be fixed. Not a bad crowd today for weather and how that has all turned out here. Luckily, RedHawks play on a turf field, so play was able to be made today, and will, as of right now, be on schedule to play tomorrow at 1. As long as no holdups happen here or tomorrow for that first pitch. We'll be back on the radio tomorrow as well, covering that game for you to close out the series. Andrew Relvis and Jake Zaroli on that call for you guys. Looking ahead for Red Hawk Radio, we'll be traveling to Cleveland to cover all things MAC tournament related in Northern Ohio. Excited to give you all of that coverage for the women's and men's basketball teams as they've had such successful seasons. Both teams won seeds for the first time in MAC history, 2 teams doing so. So excited for that as we resume play here. First pitch comes in for a ball. Counts 1-0. Tommy Harrison in the box. Drags his bat on the plate. Rests it on his shoulder. Rutherford nods his head. The 1-0. Swung on and hammered. It looks like it'll be... It gets down, actually. Excuse me. It gets into the glove, rather, of the center fielder there, Hale. He slides in and makes a beautiful play on it. Looked like it was going to get down for sure there and be a base hit for Tommy Harrison and advance Applewick to second, but that is not the case. It's an F8. And now Carson Rather will be up next to bat. 2 outs in this one so far. Ground out to the shortstop in the first at-bat, and the third at-bat, Tommy Harrison flies out to center field. Evan Applewick reaching off of the E3, and now Carson Rather up to bat. First pitch in for a ball. Rather 2 for 2 on the day. Rather 2 for 3 on the day. On the board it says 2 for 2, but that is not correct. He is 2 for 3. Excuse me, he's 1 for 2 because he was walked in second. I'm all over the place. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Runner on first right now in Applewick. The 2-0 is low and away, making it 3-0. First 3 pitches being balls, and now Rather a ball away from reaching first and advancing Applewick to second, and then being in scoring position with Krupinski on deck. And that one's outside of the zone for a 4-pitch walk. Rather gets walked for a second time of the ball game, and Applewick advances to second and now in scoring position. Applewick second, Rather first. Krupinski at the plate, but we'll meet on the bump first. The entire staff infield will meet on the mound with Rutherford. All meeting on the mound together. Talking everything over. Eastern Michigan is. we will resume play. The meeting's over. Rutherford's still the guy out there. Krupinski climbs into the box. Play resumes here at McKie Field. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs recorded. 1 out away from getting to the top of the 7th. Can Eastern Michigan do it? Remaining the score at 8-2, or will Miami grow their lead first? First pitch in there for a strike. Uncontested there by Krupinski as he watches it go by. Applewick in scoring position, Rather at first. Krupinski looking to keep this inning alive. Rutherford. Swing and a miss there by Krupinski. It's dropped by Weaver, but no runners advance. Counts now 0-2 with 2 outs. They're a strike away from getting out of this inning, the Eastern Michigan Monarchs. The 0-2. Contact made. It's gloved there by the second baseman and Stecco, and it's a 4-3 put out to end the 6th inning here at McKie Field. We'll take a 2-minute break, step aside, and head to the top of the 7th here as the score remains 8-2 here inside of Oxford, Ohio. Gavin, start giving you all the coverage here today. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Miami Baseball here on the Red Hawk Radio Network. Carson Byers climbs the hill once again to start at the 7th inning.
Number 21, John Hay.
John Hale, the leadoff guy for Eastern Michigan here to start out the 7th inning here. 8-2, your score. Carson Byers still your pitcher. On the bump for the RedHawks. Here comes the 0-0. Upstairs for ball number 1. Just above the tip of the zone. Count runs to 1-0. The 1-0. Just outside of the zone for ball number 2. Quickly, Hale gets above the count, 2-0. That one's in there for a strike by Carson Byers. A fastball that he pumped straight into the center of the zone. Making the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch is swung on a miss to even up the count. And Carson Byers has climbed his way back into this at-bat. Two balls, 2 strikes. Byers cradles it, takes a deep breath, and here comes the 2-2. Popped up into the air towards the warning track, and it's attacked in there by Novak as he gloves it. The left fielder makes the play on it and records the first out of the inning. A first at bat, first out. An F7 recorded. Now Heidelberg will be the guy in the box for Eastern Michigan.
Number 23, Demir Heidelberg.
Demir Heidelberg in this one struck out swinging and then had a single where he ultimately would end up scoring there in the 5th. The 0-0 in there for a strike. Byers, when he finds that zone and really locating all of his pitches, he gets into a groove and it's fun to watch. Full cradle it. Big step, puts it in, and it stays fair. What a beautiful location there by Heidelberg. He'll stay put at first, but it's a single there for Heidelberg, his 2nd hit of the day. So Heidelberg will reach first. Still 1 out on the board. And now Nick Weaver, the catcher, will dig into the box. Flew out to first base and then flew out to right field in the 5th. No hits on the day for him. First pitch is in for a strike. 0-1 the count. Byers nods his head. Here comes the pitch. Contact just made, but goes foul. Hits the bottom of the barrel there. Gets the count 0 balls and 2 strikes. Byers is ahead of the count. Byers, deep breath, taking his time on the bump here. Here comes the pitch. Upstairs and away for ball number 1. Count runs to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch is in, his contact's made, but it hits off the tip of the glove there by Cruz. And both runners will advance. 1 to first as it's a single, and Heidelberg to 2nd. Cruz leaped up for the play, and it just hit off the top of his glove and gets past him.
Number 9, Drew Jones.
Looked like Cruz was going to make that play initially. But Heidelberg advances. And Weaver gets the first. First pitch in there for a strike on Jones. That will count as a hit for Weaver as well, they say on the stat sheet. I agree. That one's low. A good block there to not let it get past Rather. Pitch count is 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position in Heidelberg. Back-to-back singles by Eastern Michigan. Their offensive bat's really starting to get going for Eastern Michigan. Now up to 7 hits, tying up Miami with 7. This one's grounded to the shortstop and Krupinski. Double play ball looking. Cruz makes it, and he is safe at first, but out at 2nd. So Weaver out at 2nd, but they say Jones made it in time at first. It was close, but now runners will be on both corners with 2 outs. It's the 2nd time that this Miami team has missed on turning a double play. Byers looking at his wrist, and now settles in, takes a deep breath, looks to first, and here comes the pitch. Bunt shown there by T.J. Williams. So Jones reaches on the fielder's choice, but advances Heidelberg to 3rd. And Weaver out at 2nd. And that one's in for a strike, and it's no balls to 2 strikes on the count, and they are a strike away from getting out of the inning, the RedHawks are. Byers looks over. Looks over to first now. Deep breath. The 0-2 away. And Jones will advance to second unscathed. Jones will steal second, uncontested by the RedHawks. It counts 1-2. 2 outs. A strike away from getting out of the inning here for the RedHawks. Byers will step off the mound and regroup. This pitch a big one. This at bat a big one. It's T.J. Williams, the leadoff guy, has struck out in both of his at bats so far in this one. RedHawks need another. Here it is. Outside of the zone to even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This one's popped straight up into the air and foul, and we'll do the 2-2 all over again. Two balls, 2 strikes. Number 2 up to bat, and T.J. Williams, and 2 outs. 8-2 the score. RedHawks lead. A strike away from getting out of the inning here. The 2-2. Ooh. Called ball there to run the count full, but man, was it close to being a strike. Byers stepped off the mound and was ready to give a big old fist bump and show some enthusiasm, but count runs full now, 3-2. What a big pitch this one is. The 3-2. In there for a strike. It's a swing and a miss. Carson Byers delivers. And the RedHawks get out of the inning, giving up no runs. We'll head into the bottom of the 7th after we stretch here. Score 8-2, RedHawks lead. Stick around, don't go anywhere. You're listening to Miami Baseball on the Red Hawk Radio Network. Back here for the bottom of the 7th at the RedHawks lead 8-2 over Eastern Michigan. Both teams with 7 hits. Miami with a loud first 2 innings in this ball game, where they tallied up 7 total runs. And now Keenan Proctor, the designated hitter, will lead off for the RedHawks here in the bottom of the 7th. RedHawks can win the series here today with a victory. Bunt shown there, but it's in for a strike. A first pitch strike there from Rutherford. Proctor was hit by a pitch in the first and then thrown out. At second, trying to steal. Struck out swinging in the second, flew out to the shortstop in the 4th. Next at bat here in the 7th as that one's in for a strike. 0-2 the count now. Rutherford takes a deep breath, nods his head, shows the back of his glove, and here comes the 0-2. In there for a strike, swing and a miss there by Keenan Proctor. It's a 3-pitch strikeout for Rutherford. Leadoff guy is struck out, and now Ignacio Gonzalez will step into the plate for the RedHawks. Yesterday's game ended in 8 because the RedHawks got to that 10-point thing, and you know how college baseball works, as that was grounded to the shortstop in Williams, and the play is made there. It's a 6-3 putout off of the first pitch. And now Diego Cruz will dig into the box, already 2 outs facing in this inning. It's back-to-back 6-3 putouts on Ignacio Gonzalez. Yesterday, the big home run. Cruz was put out by a 3 unassisted in his last AB, struck out swinging his first 2. 0 for 3 on the day, looking for his first hit of the game. The pitch showed bunt, in for a strike as Cruz pulls back. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. Weather really starting to drop here as the wind picks up as well. 5:52 p.m. Game started at 3:30. That one away for a ball. 1-1 the count. Started at 3:30, so we are at 2 hours and 20 minutes here of game time play. Yesterday's game, 2 hours and 53 minutes. That went in there for a strike. 1-2 the count. Cruz, not the biggest player, but a really quick and speedy player, and also has a really good glove in the infield. He pops that one up into the air. Play trying to be made on it by the catcher and Weaver, and he does make it. An F2 to end the inning as Eastern Michigan goes 1-2-3, and they're hanging around in this one here. RedHawks still leading 8-2 when we return. Carson Byers back out on the bump. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Miami Baseball for the top of the 8th when we return here on the Red Hawk Radio Network. Resume action here in the top of the 8th. Carson Byers still the pitcher for the RedHawks. And for Eastern Michigan, facing an 8-2 deficit, they got to get something going here if they want to have any chance of winning this one. Nathan Borchardt, the batter, in there for a strike on the first pitch. 0-1 quickly. Byers has found his groove. He has been a brilliant reliever throughout his time here as a Red Hawk. He's going to be a huge part of this team and a huge, huge part of this pitching staff throughout the entire season. Probably the best relief arm for Miami. That one's just below the zone for a ball. 1-1 the count. The 1-1. In there for a strike. 1-2. There's no movement at all in the bullpen, as there shouldn't be for the RedHawks, as Byers has been phenomenal. They used 2 pitchers yesterday, and so Hosky started and then Alex Gay ended the game. They're looking to do the same again today and save a bunch of arms throughout this entire weekend. 2-2 the count now, as that one's a ball. Byers, deep breath, the 2-2. Contact made, but it is sent foul towards the J. Hayden Baseball Center. It's off the brick building of the J. Hayden. And we'll do the 2-2 all over again. Byers cradles the ball. Deep breath. Here's a 2-2. That one looked like it was going to hit Borchardt, but it snaps in right before it will be a ball, as it's inside the zone, and the count runs to 3 balls and 2 strikes. We're full here in the first at bat. Contact made as this one's chopped down the first base line, and dribbles just foul right before the first base. A fortunate break there for Nathan Borchardt and the Eastern Michigan team. In there for a strike. It's a backwards K for Carson Byers as they record the first out of the top of the 8th. Carson Byers on fire. Backwards K posted. The Eagles down to just 5 more outs left in this one for them. Byers, the 0-0. Swung on and missed. Ty Stecco's the batter right now for the Eagles. One's starting to blow my papers away from my book as it picks up. This one sent up foul. The right fielder and Tommy Harrison ran over to try to make a play on it, but it was outside of reach for him. Now, count 0-2. Top of the 8th here. 1 out, no balls, and 2 strikes as Ty Stecco's in the box. Carson Byers, your pitcher right now. Left-handed reliever for the RedHawks. That one just below the zone for ball number 1. So far, it's been a successful series for the RedHawks. They're looking for their 10th win. They can get that today with a victory. Swing and a miss. It's a strikeout delivered there. Back-to-back strikeouts from Carson Byers. The first one backwards. That one forwards for a strikeout swinging.
Number 15, Gavin.
Seems like we see Byers do this all the time. If you watch this team at all last year, this is exactly what Carson Byers does. I mean, he is a top reliever in the Mid-American Conference for a reason. The 0-0. Sent in for a strike on Devin Zerwas. Zerwas with the home run in this ball game, the lone home run. Here comes the 0-1. Dribbles into the glove of Rather outside of the zone for ball number 1. 1-1 the count. Reach 6 o'clock here on this Saturday evening. The 1-1 from Byers. Popped up into the outfield. And it's gloved there by Ryan Novak to record the third out of this inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th here at McKie Field, where the RedHawks look to grow their lead. When we return here on the Red Hawk Radio Network. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. And action will resume here. Rutherford still the guy on the bump for Eastern Michigan. Marcus Dirks will lead off for the RedHawks in the top of the the bottom of the 8th rather here. 8-2 your score. Rutherford putting in a ton of work for this team. Has been great in relief, but the offense has not been there for Eastern Michigan today. Wasn't there much yesterday either. Just a failure to score. They're leaving a lot of guys on base with 7 hits, only 2 runs showing for it. First pitch in for a strike. Here comes the second. The 0-1 bunt shown. Dirks running it out. Will he make it? He is. He's out. It was a step and a half, maybe a half a step there, but he is recorded as out. Dirks is. No review will be made by Miami, and we'll meet together between the umpires and John Sapphire, Scott Inman, and Justin Betch. They're going to review it. Was not contested by the Red Hawk dugout, but instead the 3 umpires met together in front of home plate and decided they would review this. So we'll step aside and let you know what the call is on this one. It looks like Dirks has not left first, so it's reviewable. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Miami Baseball here on the Red Hawk Radio Network. No call being made yet, but they have ended their review. I mean, it is as close as it can be. They call him out. It was very close. I mean, less than half a step, even. A real toss-up, but doesn't look like they have conclusive evidence to say Dirks was safe, so he'll stay as called initially as out. 2-3 put out. And Novak will climb the box. Rutherford on the mound. Relaxes his shoulders, Rutherford does. One out on the inning so far as that one's pumped in for a strike. First pitch strike there from Rutherford. This game's really slowed down when you talk about it offensively since those first 2 innings. Since then, only 3 runs scored in Eastern Michigan with 2 of those. Rutherford pumps that one in for a ball. He'll step off the mound briefly, regroup, and now here we go for the 1-1 with 1 out. Swing and a miss there from Ryan Novak. Novak, no hits on the day, was walked in the first. Since then, a 4-3 put out, struck out swinging in the third, and a F6 fly out in the sixth. 0 for 3 on the day, looking for his first hit of the ball game, a 1-2. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Rutherford really getting into his groove. A battle of relievers it's been. And now Evan Applewick will step into the box. 6:07 your time here inside of Oxford, Ohio right now. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs on the field. Evan Applewick can make a thunderous boom in one swing of the bat. The first pitch. Outside for a ball. 87 mile per hour. Cheese pumped just outside of the zone. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. A big swing and a miss there from Evan Applewick. The 1-1. Rutherford stretches his leg, and here it is. He drives that one in front of the plate as it skips past Weaver and bounces to the backstop. Luckily, no runners on base for Eastern Michigan. No one will advance for Miami due to no one being on base. 2-1 the count now. The 2-1. Swing and a miss to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two, 2 outs. 2-2, here it is. Swung on, but they say he pulled back in time. Didn't go full past the halfway mark, which will run the count full at 3 balls to 2 strikes as Evan Applewick is battling in this at-bat. If you compare it to Evan Applewick's standards, he's been quiet these last 2 nights. But still pretty solid work for him at the plate as he gets walked there, just grazing past the zone, and Evan Applewick will pick up a base on balls. Runner on base for the RedHawks with 2 outs, and Tommy Harrison will be your batter. Rather on deck. Can the RedHawks make noise with 2 outs? We will see. Here's Tommy Harrison. The pitch below the zone for a ball. 1-0, your count. Tommy Harrison with 2 hits on the day. 2 RBI double for him. The pitch is in. skips past and Applewick goes. He's out at second. He is thrown out. Looked like he almost avoided the tag up and got to second, but he is out there. And we will head into the top of the ninth. The score still remains 8-2. Miami looking to close out for a victory of this game and a victory on the series this weekend here inside McKie Field. Stick around, don't go anywhere. At the top of the ninth, coming right back at you. Carson Byers, still your pitcher. Gavin Stark here, giving you all the Miami baseball coverage on the Red Hawk Radio Network. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Back here for the top of the ninth, Carson Byers on the bump for the RedHawks still. He's been phenomenal and coming in for relief for Cameron Novak, who pitched 4 2/3. Since then, it's been all Byers as he delivers that first pitch in for a strike. We are 3 outs away from the RedHawks hoisting a victorious series against Eastern Michigan. Still a game to be played tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. A swing and a miss for strike number 2 as Byers gets ahead of the count, 0-2. It's Keegan Nupp, your batter for Eastern Michigan. The Eagles, can they flash some life here and make this one interesting here in the top of the ninth? That one's fired in, grounded straight to Cruz. Cruz will make the routine play, and it's a 4-3 put out. Great job by Cruz there to just take that ball in, stay relaxed, and make the play. Does a little bow and arrow towards the outfield as well in celebration. Cruz, a smooth infielder. Byers nods his head to Rather. Cradles it. Here comes the 0-0. Contact made, but it is sent foul as Ignacio Gonzalez looked to try to make a play on that one, but rolled foul, and Gonzalez wasn't able to get there in time anyways. John Hale, your batter, batting 198 on the season, has 2 flyouts to left field and a 5-3 put out as well. That one's slapped foul again right to the Miami dugout. 0-2 the count. Off 2 back-to-back foul balls towards the left. John Hale, your batter for Eastern Michigan. Here comes the 0-2 for Byers as that one sneaks inside for the first ball of the at-bat. 1-2, your count now. Miami on the preseason polls was picked to win the MAC outright, and they are showcasing why this series so far, as they have really dominated in both games. This one's not over quite yet, but Byers trying to put a pin on this one. And that one's inside as well. Back-to-back balls to make it 3-2, running the count full. Heidelberg on deck. John Hale in the box right now. Full count with 1 out. Three-two. Swung on and contact just made as it shoots the ball straight backwards. And we'll do the 3-2 all over again. The 3-2. Low for ball number 4. The count got to 0-2, and all of a sudden, John Hale climbs back into the at-bat and gets a base on balls to reach. Will be the first runner on base in this 9th inning for Eastern Michigan. Keegan Knupp was put out by the second baseman in Cruz. And now Heidelberg will step into the box for the Eagles. Byers looks to first, pumps it in. His contact is made, but it rolls foul and straight backwards to make the count 0-1. Byers looks to first, takes a deep breath and pumps it in. That one's low and inside for ball number 1. No arms warming up or moving around at all in the bullpen for the RedHawks. So it will be Byers looking to close out this one entirely. That one is shot foul down the third base line, making it 1-2 the count. RedHawks 4 strikes away from closing out this game, victorious. Heidelberg steps back into the box after adjusting his helmet and gloves. Cradled by Byers, he looks to first, and here comes the 1-2. Popped up into the air towards right field. Tommy Harrison backtracking it. He gloves it, makes the play, and that'll record the second out. John Hale remains at first. And now the RedHawks are 1 out away from closing this series out for a victory and going into tomorrow already winning a series. It's an F9 recorded, and now Nick Weaver stands in the box. Byers, deep breath, pumps it in there, and it's a ball very close to the zone. Byers has been brilliant in relief. The 1-0, dribbles it straight to the glove of Rather, and now the count is 2-0. Byers shrugs his shoulders, rolls them back, loosening up, deep breath. The 2-0 inside, making the count 3-0. Weaver has gotten ahead of the count quickly, 3 balls to no strikes. Some movement going on in the bullpen just in case, but Byers, no doubt in his mind, he's trying to close this one out. Pumps in a strike, throws it right into the zone, and gets his first strike of the at-bat here. 3-1 the count. 2 strikes away from a victory here inside McKie Field for back-to-back days. And that one is just outside of the zone for ball number 4 as Nick Weaver will get walked. John Hale will move to scoring position, and Nick Weaver go to first. And now it's Jones, your batter for the Eagles, but Scully will meet on the mound first with Byers. It'll be Rather, Scully, and Byers on the bump. We'll talk things over here before this at-bat starts between Jones for Eastern Michigan and Byers for Miami. Game started at 3:30, just about approaching 3 hours of play. Right now sitting at 2 hours and 50 minutes. Yesterday's game reached 2 hours and 53 minutes, so about the same pace as yesterday, roughly, as of right now. The meeting will end, and now Byers will climb the hill. Rather will get back into his respected area behind the plate. And Jones will climb back into the box here. The music shuts off. And Byers is ready. Takes a deep breath, looks to second. The 0-0. Sent in there for a strike. Byers is one of the more confident players in this entire team. And he shows it when he's on the mound, and it's a big part of his game. Here comes the 0-1. Just below the zone, evening up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Two strikes away from closing this game out and getting a victory. Byers cradles it. Deep breath, the 1-1. Contact made, and it's chopped over the head of Krupinski. No play being able to be made on it. And John Hale will score. It's a standing double as John Hale scores. It's a single there from Jones. But they score a run, making it now 8-3. Nice piece of hitting there by Jones. Weaver to second. Jones at first. And Hale back in the dugout after scoring. We have a pinch hitting situation coming in here. That pinch hitter will be Jellison, who played yesterday's game. He'll pinch hit for TJ Williams, who was struck out in all 3 of his at-bats today. The first pitch gets away for a ball. Byers the 1-0. And it looked like a strike was thrown, but they call it a ball. 2-0 the count. 8-3 your score after Eastern Michigan was able to put a run back on the board after that single RBI from Jones. That one away for a ball, and now count runs to 3-0. Byers just trying to settle back in and find the zone again. Just needs one more out. Here comes a 3-0. A 4-pitch walk to make the bases loaded. And now things get real interesting. Rather will meet with Byers right in front of the mound. It's a one-on-one meeting between those two. So the pinch hitter and Jellison gets on base for the Eagles. Yesterday, Bruce Jellison played third base. Did not record a hit, was 0 for 4 on the day. But this one, he gets on base for the Eagles in a huge moment. 2 outs, down 5, 8-3, bases loaded. Your batter, Nathan Borchardt, upstairs for ball number 1. Things have gotten interesting. A home run would make this a 1-score game, and man, would it be loud and efficient for Eastern Michigan. That went in there for a strike, though. 2 strikes away from recording a victory. 1-1 the count. Contact made, chop to Krupinski. Krupinski trips. It gets past Applewick, and a score is made. Probably going to call that one an E6. Even though Applewick wasn't able to scoop it, the throw was wayward. Krupinski tripped in the field as he was going to go make the play at second. Tried to make the force out at second, but tripped. And then tried to make the throw at first, and it was a bit off for Applewick to scoop. So Nathan Borchardt reaches on an E6, we'll say. TJ Williams is at second, and it looks like that'll be the end of the day for Byers, and it will be. Eight to 5 your score after Weaver and Jones score. Things have gotten interesting in this ninth. An effort by the Eagles that has not gone unwarranted. A 3-run top of the ninth. Your new pitcher will be number 35 for Miami, and that is Austin Berggren. I believe that's 35. Stick around and we'll talk more about the new pitcher for the RedHawks when we return. They're looking for their final out of this ball game to get a victory here. 8 to 5 your score. Eastern Michigan threatening on the door right now. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Miami Baseball on the Red Hawk Radio Network. And we'll return here as Austin Berggren is your new pitcher for the RedHawks, the right-hander looking to close out this game here. In there for a strike as he pumps that one in 96 miles per hour. Super strong arm he proposes. 0-1 now your count. Tommy Stecco, your batter for the Eagles. Berggren versus Stecco. Will this be the final at-bat? As that one's in there for a strike. First 2 pitches, 2 strikes. They are 1 strike away from a victory. Austin Berggren. The Miami fans all entertained by the bench of the RedHawks. Here's the pitch, the 0-2. Just outside. Making the count 1-2. 2 outs. Berggren sat at 96 in those first 3 pitches. The 1-2. And there for a strike. Austin Berggren strikes him out. A 93 mile per hour fastball to end the game. And the RedHawks take a victory here at McKie Field on a Saturday night. 8 to 5. The RedHawks win here in game number 2 of this opening MAC season series against the Eastern Michigan Eagles. Yesterday they win 13-3. Today they win 8-5, crediting a 4-run first inning and a 3-run second inning by the RedHawks. After that, only scoring 1 throughout the rest of the game, and that one happening in the 4th inning. They hang on to a victory, and that's all that matters here. They use a total of 3 arms as Berggren goes a third of an inning to close out the game. Carson Byers goes 4, and Cameron Novak, the starter, goes 4 2/3 for his first career start as a Red Hawk. Redhawks back in action tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. against Eastern Michigan, looking for a series sweep. Will they pick that up? Find out. Tune in on Red Hawk Radios. We'll have all the coverage for you. Andrew Rellis and Jake Zaroli giving you the coverage on that one tomorrow. Looking towards the future for Red Hawk Radio coverage, we'll be at Cleveland for the MAC tournament as well. Starting Wednesday for the women's team. They tip off at 11 a.m. for their quarterfinal game. We'll be giving you all the coverage for that and more throughout the week there inside of Cleveland. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned tomorrow for this Miami team looking to close out a sweep and stay undefeated in MAC play. They're 2-0 in MAC play now, and they get their 10th victory of the season. Thanks so much for listening to this edition. I've been Gavin Stark, and I'm saying so long here from McKie Field. Thanks for listening to this special edition of Miami Baseball on the Red Hawk Radio Network.